What's up guys, OG2K here, and today we will just be playing some more ranked. Here we got Miami Dolphins offensive playbook, and now we actually are trying out Jags defense, and in this video we are going to try out Dollar, and this Dollar loop blitz is going to do a solid job of the blitz coming in. And you know what the cool thing about this defense actually is, and the reason we're trying this is because I heard there's good run defense in this. So cover 4 shell, auto flip off, and then cover 3 hard flat, pretty much very similar to cover 3 cloud and nickel 2-4. But essentially we're just going to click on to this linebacker on the blitz angle. We always have him to the right, and then bring him over here, and then hover over the center with our user, and this will have a good potential for a run shoot. And it is also better coverage than nickel 2-4 because we have DBs everywhere. As you could see, first play of the game, this defense is like really good for any kind of defense or offense. I mean, sorry, like 5 wide trips, any kind of thing like that. And in Jags we also have nickel over, which is very similar to nickel 2-4. We actually run it the same exact way that we do run nickel 2-4, so every single adjustment is the same. Notice how he's 1 high safety, so it probably means cover 3. If not cover 3, cover 1. So if it's cover 1, the corner's fry man, and we could pass lead a streak against man, obviously. And if it's cover 3, this middle third or the vert hooks, we'll have to pick between one of these 2 streaks. Here the left streak is there, we just pass lead it a little bit too far out. We are on small pass lead increase, and we tried to pass lead it all the way to the left, click onto it and aggressive catch it, but we passed it out just a tiny bit too far because his user was there. So was a little bit scary of a throw. But as you could see on that right side this time, if you guys want to learn how to speed boost like that, by the way, the ebook is out right now. It's in the description and in the comments. Please check that out. We do a very good job breaking that down. But as I was saying, the streak on the right and the streak on the left got pulled by his user, and you know, his user took him out of the play over the middle, and then the streak pulled the yellow zone back, and then the Texas got open underneath that. And when you get the ball to your running back in space, after you learn how to do the speed boost in this, it is really scary. So we're actually gonna see like how this Dollar does for us, and we might put that in the ebook if I really like it. So that's something that you guys could look out for in the future if I really do like Dollar. But we're just still in the infant stages of this defense. We're really just testing it out to see how much we really do like it. On our DBs though, we have like pick artist and deep zone KO on the 4 outside guys, and then pick artist on the pick artist and mid zone on the interior guys like the slot. And see, the thing about this defense is it's going to be hard to shoot the run if you're not in the right spot. So we got to make sure that we get above the center pretty quickly rather than setting up other adjustments first. So notice how we just get there quick, hover over the center, and we loop around to stop the run. But as you could see there, we're just able to, you know, have people everywhere to make the tackle, just kind of like how we play defense in nickel 2-4. This is just like a new way to do it though. Notice how we're still like rushing 4 people. Okay, so since the wide side has the trips and this look, we want to make sure and see how good that looper does, you know, stopping the run to that side. It's super good to stop the run. So that's why we really run this. Like, it's good coverage and it's good run D. So if you could stop the run in a super, like, you know, spread out defense like this, it's going to be really easy for you to play defense. Notice how we are just on the wide side, since we're always going to come out with this play to the same side. And in the you're going to want the, what's it called, you're going to want the middle third on the wide side of the field almost every single time. Against 3x1, we like to middle third the 3 side obviously, but 2x2, you want the middle third on the wide side. So that's potentially why we are, you know, doing that. Against trips, we always like to deep half that side. So this is what we're going to do here. Hover over the center, take away any routes, and he's throwing at the corner. We, you know, and this defense is really good for switch stick too, because we have DBs everywhere, and they're super far out and in very good position sometimes. So essentially on this play now, We're going to go to cover 2. Make sure that blitzer is on the right, because left to right's better for this, loop blitz. And we are going to do our adjustments out of this now. And then, okay, he's going to motion that guy out. And we've just manned up everyone on the right and make the tackle. Beautiful. Essentially, he motioned his running back out, so that kind of rushed me a little bit. I wasn't able to explain it as it was happening, but we manned up everyone on the wide side of the field and then just left the cover 2 on the left, on the short side, because it's easier to guard people in zone coverage sometimes on the short side when you don't have as many zones. On the wide side, it gets kind of tough if people, I mean, he did run like a concept where it was going to be tough, but we were able to just keep our user kind of between those 2 backside routes, and then we were just there to make the tackle. So okay, versus this look, notice how we are just going to call the RPO, and honestly, it's better to the wide side sometimes. We're going to be looking on the right here. Hopefully Neighbors blocks the receiver above him, and then hopefully that top safety doesn't really get out. And that's exactly what happens there. Hunter Henry, beautiful on this Bills 20-0 chill theme team. The 0 chill is just super amazing for, all kinds of abilities. If you guys want to look at my team and the abilities we have, that is in the OG Hex IQ server, and that is also linked in the description and the pinned comment. So that is also something cool. We answer all kinds of questions for you guys there. Also, though, in my ebook, I prioritize answering questions for my ebook members, and any kind of questions you guys have. I really do prioritize that. And if you send clips, I'll show you guys exactly how I would attack that certain style of defense with my offense. Or if you run a different offense, I could also show you guys, what I would do in that as well, because I do have a lot of experience playing this game, competitively. I am as we say that, we give up an RPO, which is kind of funny, but I am a top 30 MCS player in the world right now, and we are looking forward to playing in the LCQ tournament. I've won plenty of online tournaments and stuff, and I just have a good understanding of how the game works. So if you guys are looking for that, or any coaching on the side, I'm also open to that. So just hit me up if you guys are interested in that. And I really do appreciate all the support you guys have shown, on the ebook and the videos. And if you guys have questions about anything here, leave a comment. I'll get right back to you as soon as, most of the time I upload a video at night. I'll get back to the last, the day before, like as I'm uploading the one for the, the next day. So expect like some time between. As you could see, we just shot the run beautifully right there. So Eman War, like we make sure that since the loop is going to the right side of the the D line and the O line every single time, that our user is there to shoot the run to the left, and that is very important. Notice how we're depathing that trips tight end side, and then obviously we're hovering here. Make sure anything vertical from the trip side is taken away with our switch stick, and you see how he just has like the coverage is super good in this. And if I could stop the run, you know what, if I can't stop the run, I'll go right back to nickel over. But when you could stop the run in a defense like Dollar, it's going to be very beneficial because the coverage is so good. Like even there, Dion, like that was a super nice play Dion made on that ball. We're going to speed burst out of there with him. He is super quick, super good COD. For speed bursting, okay, as we get tackled. I was focused too much on talking about it, but offensive, defensively, it doesn't matter. 90 COD is what you're looking for. Anything below is kind of tricky, but it still could work if it's like 80, 89, 88. I mean, but you're looking for 90 COD and pretty good speed. If it's, if you're in regs and you don't have as fast of a running back, just look for the one with COD and you'll be fine. So even if you have a slow running back but good COD, it's sometimes pretty good. So just be on the lookout for that. That's kind of the personnel you're going to want in this. Also though, Miami package in Pistol Deuce Close is what we do. That puts our fullback in the depth chart, not like a fullback position. Obviously Westover is a fullback in the game, but that puts your starting fullback in the depth chart, so you could put a fast running back. Make sure it's someone who could block though, in order for all the I-form runs to be able to be, accounted for and blocked very nicely. Okay, honestly, we're thinking about what we're gonna call here. I kind of like, um, you know what? We're just gonna call a basic passing concept, and I would, really try and pick them apart with the run, first. And obviously that's what you're trying to do at the beginning of game, establish the run game. But at this point, yeah, like I was hitting a post there that would have been open, but we got hit as we were throwing it, and we kind of lagged. I don't know if you guys saw that, but okay. He goes from 1 high to 2 high safety, and now uh let's go to split close pro, and this is also in the ebook, by the way. Now he goes to 1 high safety, so now we could expect cover 3. And what beats cover 3 is obviously this play beats man and zone, like most of our plays, but we're gonna read this like from left to right. So motion wheel first, and then corner. Okay, that's just wide open, so we'll take that for a touchdown. But that corner route on the the side where the motion wheel's running to, that also could be pass led down and underneath, any kind of deep blue most of the time. Obviously, unless they switch stick it or some kind of match weird zone that defends that, but that's a very good underrated route to throw. And then on the backside of that play, we just had a few running back routes going over the middle of the field, so it really spaces the field out. Their user could be worried about the motion wheel, and then you could have a route go get open over the middle. So it's really like a 1-2 punch there. And then let's get back into the defense. He's in trio Y flex, which is really similar to trips tight end. Right here we're just going to shift the linebacker. I don't really have time, and honestly sometimes it's not the end of the world, because right there we couldn't get a knockout. Wow, he almost just broke that tackle, but it's not the end of the world if you can't move your linebacker over. Just try and get into that gap for the run shoot quick, and shifting them gives them some extra steps over there, so you don't have to move them as far once you get to where you want to be. Okay, he calls that post again. E-Man Worry realistically could have made a play on that, but he didn't. And now, since he's kind of hitting me above my yellow zones, honestly, let's just make some basic adjustments, the same adjustments until he really beats me. But this is really what I like to do, like just really basic. The reason we're depathing the tight end side is to take away a tight end streak, and it also takes away like any weird kind of like posts from the trip side most of the time. For like a beater, right there is intentional rounding, and that took off 10 seconds from the clock, so that is pretty massive there. Honestly, we're gonna rush 2 here, man up the tight end, man up this B receiver, and then okay, wow, couldn't get into the gap. So as you could see, we give up 10 yards to the run game there, but gotta get in that gap, with your user first. So before you set up any adjustments, that is a very massive thing. Okay, we rush 2, take away any deep routes, really. Contain is there, beautiful job. 4th and 10, and I think he's gonna have to kick if he goes for this. Okay, he's gonna punt. No, he's not. He's gonna call timeout. It's probably coach suggestions giving him that punt, but sometimes happens to me. I accidentally click the punt, but he wasted a timeout there, so he's really not gonna have time. Honestly, same thing. Man up the tight end, spy our left end. Just watch for anything. Pass commit. And take away any routes over the middle. Beautiful job. Make our tackle. Beautiful. That is football right there, man. Just take away all the routes, make the tackle before the line to gain. That is what we like to do around here. No big plays, no runs, easy. That's regardless of what defense or offense we're in, we're gonna take what they're giving us, and we're gonna try and use what we got. So right there, we tried to pass lead the streak against man coverage, but couldn't hold on to that. The key to doing that pass lead is you got to be on small increase, and also you got to be able to pass lead it all the way out, number 1, and then number 2, you got to be able to click on and aggressive catch it. So that's could get pretty advanced if you're not used to it, really. Okay, we catch it. Can we get out with Westover? Oh my gosh, we're able to score with the speed burst. That was insane there. Pretty risky by him not to be in prevent, so we take advantage of it. Throw our streak, get the touchdown, and I feel like this guy should really be out of this game, but we're going to continue to show you guys how good this defense is in another game here. So let's see. All right, game 2 of the video, and we are just going to really try to show you guys how good this defense really is. It's all about the run shoot. You guys got to really get that down if you want to run this defense. And from there, it's really, you're going to switch stick a lot better in dollar than any kind of, nickel formation. So I feel like it's a better bet to see at first, before you do anything, if they can run the ball on this. If they can, maybe you should get back in a nickel over. But at first in the game, if you could stop the run, if you could stop the pass out of dollar, that is your best bet. So essentially, we're going to line up here, see if it's good run D against under center as well. Let's see if he runs the ball, because he is in single back bunch tight end. Okay, he runs a play action, switch stick onto the flat. He's throwing it right at me. That's beautiful stuff there. Okay, now he's in doubles. 2x2. Notice how our middle third is on the left side. And that is how it is stock, but that's on the wide side of the field. Beautiful run shoot there by the loop blitz. We took our user, ran to the side of the run, and then the looper came also over there. So that is also pretty cool. Now, 3x1 on the right. Now we're going to middle third the right side, because that has the 3 receivers. And then revert hook ourselves on the side over here, and then vert hook that safety on the weak side of the play. Okay, watch for any routes over the middle. Beautiful job by E-Man Worry, and then beautiful job to make the tackle by Champ Bailey there. Okay, he's on a 4th down here. We will man up his 2 inside most receivers, and then really just see what he's got for me. Okay, both of those crossers are taken away. The spy's coming in. He just throws it up. Let's see if someone can make a play. Beautiful job. Honestly, I'm happy that Dion didn't catch that ball in. So let's get into the offense here. Miami package. I will get into, Miami special stuff in the future. That's just 3 receivers of the same style of offense. So I will get into that in the future, but that is that's something that I feel like could be really effective in this offense. So I will definitely add that into the ebook in the future, is an update to personnel, different style of offense in this Miami Dolphins offense. I know a lot of people like to run other playbooks to have more passing options, but Miami still has some really good, other formations outside of the pistol deuce close and the, what's it called, split close pro. Right there, we hit the drag because he's in cover 2. So the flat defender on the cloud took the corner away. Sometimes it happens. I mean, the corners do beat man in zone, obviously, but there it got taken away. So we end up, you know what? We just, take the underneath route. Can't be mad about that. This is a really cool play here. So on the wide receiver blocking side, we have a wheel on the normal tight end, and then we motion over another tight end on a wheel. And see how Westover's there for a lead block. Notice how we didn't even need that lead block, but essentially he runs on that wheel route too. And obviously the wheel from the inside, more inside, is going to take a longer time to get out. So it's good because you could throw the route, the slower route of the two, not the slower one, just the one that'll get there last. And then the route before it and the receiver will block for you. So if they're not set up to defend that, the blockers will line up perfectly for you and you will score. So I only like to call that like once or twice a game though, because that could get really repetitive. They could catch on to that. So I wouldn't do that like, at the middle of the field on like a 1st, 2nd, 3rd. I would not call that really. So, okay, now he's in strong close. This is going to be a real test to see if we could stop the run. So let's see if we could line up, stop a under center run play here. Okay, he runs dive, and okay. Wow, Trevon Diggs made such a good break on the ball with deep zone KO and pick artist. So that was really cool there. Let's move over Nubin, hover over the center right here, and let's see if he runs to the left or what kind of concept he has. And see right there, that was the run shoot. We just loop around. I kind of missed him, but you could see we had room to make the tackle. We just missed him. So I could click off for that. I could let the CPU do it for me, but also just really got to make a better user play. So notice how that middle third, I could not show you guys in time, but we did middle third the trip side of that play, and then our vert hook on Trevon Diggs just played that beautifully. We go up 14-0. And we speed burst in there. Let's show you guys a 2-point play though. Honestly, we'll just run that RPO here just to be, you know, show you guys this play a little bit more. So let's see on the wide receiver blocking side, we wheel him, then we motion over Westover, and then we throw Westover quick while all these guys are developing. And then we don't even need Hunter Henry there, but he still just threw a lead block on his user. So you know what? If you could get that consistently, you could call it, but I like to save that for when I would really need it. So that's just something really cool that I just figured out. So yeah, let's just get another stop and see if we could end this thing. So make a nice tackle here and just really take away everything easy. Make him throw deep, make him get into, you know, long down situations. Okay, under center here, you know, it's, if he could run on this, beautiful. We'll go to nickel over and stop the run, but this is our first in command right now. So okay, we looped her. I mean, that is poetic right there, being able to loop and stop the run out of dollar. That's really something else, honestly. So see how our D-line sheds crazy still too. That is also insane. And quite frankly, I really don't know, you know, how much. It's super tricky to say, but dollar might be better than like a 4-down lineman set. So honestly, it's playing very, very nicely for me. And right there, we just have another, like, we just have Trevon Diggs there to pick that off and take it for 6 again. That is, you really won't get that sometimes in nickel over or nickel 2-4. I mean, you will have the run defense in those formations, but the coverage in these in dollar, and you know, if you could stop the run, it's going to really, really, really benefit you. So I'm really thinking about making an ebook update and adding dollar into that. So I am in Jacksonville defense for this dollar, by the way. So very, very good blitz and thing, you know, run shoot. It's a super complete defense, and he's going to continue to play. So honestly, if we get another stop, we could end this thing, but I want to show you guys that this defense could really bag, and my offense could also stay up to par to really just close these games out. So let's get into the second quarter and let's bag him up again. So he just quit. I think we were in a freeze off, but I win the freeze off. So congrats to me. Thank you guys for watching. Ebook link in the description, Discord link in the description, Twitch link in the description. Streams are coming soon. I really do appreciate you guys for all the support on the ebook and the videos. I'll see you guys in the next one.